Hello. DITLO. Oh, my hair. Let's fix that real quick. Is that a fly? Wow. So hello and welcome to another weekly vlog, except this week is 2 weeks because that's what happens sometimes. So if you look at my face, it may look like I just, like a vampire, bit the wrong spot. But that actually is an eye infection that's healing. And I've had this eye infection. Tomorrow it will be 2 weeks. It's just been living with me for a little while. I'm not really a huge fan of it and I'm waiting for it to leave. So it's on its way out and the reason I didn't post a vlog last week is because I didn't want to subject you to the view. But this week I was like, well, you know, so here we are, hello. So the day that it happened was a day that John came over. We went to the park. We had a little picnic at the park. I dropped my sunglasses. This is where I think it happened. I dropped my sunglasses on the very dirty ground and I just put them back on my face without thinking, oh hey, I should sanitize these, which I've never thought of. I think, like, I've dropped sunglasses a million times. It never occurred to me that it may have picked up bacteria on the way and I just like always just put it back on my face. And this time,
so John and I are in the park, right? And we need to show you the squirrel. Do you see? Oh, no, don't.
Go back to
Oh my God, yes. Before, he was literally just, or she was resting their head on their paws, just gazing at us.
it's looking at you. Oh, bye.
Bye, have a good day. So we're just here minding our business, watching someone draw Belle into the beast.
Yep.
Or the beast into, you know, whatever. And then Ken just comes over with this. There's rice involved. There's
an egg.
Is that beef? No, pork.
Beef.
Oh, beef.
Beef.
Warden, what do you think?
What do you think it is? He's confused too.
so yeah, that night, my eye just like started itching. And I was like, okay, my eye's really itchy right now. Why? Then the next day I woke up and it was gooey. So I went to the doctor immediately. They prescribed me some antibiotic drops. I was taking those for about a week. Then when the week was up and the eye still wasn't better, I was like, hey, maybe I should go to the doctor again. And so I went to the doctor again and she's like, oh, wow, that's an aggressive infection. And I was like, oh, apparently so, yeah, I guess so. And then she prescribed me oral antibiotics, like in pill form, and a different eye drop. Except when I went to go do that, the pharmacy, it was sent to the wrong pharmacy. So while I was at one of the pharmacies that they told me was gonna be at, I had to call them and be like, hey, it's not here, and I need it. And oh, by the way, I had 4% battery on my phone. You know, what is it, Murphy's Law? You know, like everything that can go wrong will go wrong. We love a coincidence to my detriment. They called back in the prescription to the pharmacy that I was at, and they gave me the antibiotic pills. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm pretty sure she said something else. Like she said another word that I don't know, because you know, it's a long medicine word. And I was like, well, whatever, they would have given it to me if there was something else, right? I went, I think, 5 days just taking the antibiotic pills. Maybe 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, the other pharmacy called me and said, hey, like they left a message, hey, we have your medicine here, you gotta pick it up. And I was like, wait a second, but I already picked up my medicine. I called that pharmacy back and I was like, hey, so I already picked this up. What do you have? And they're like, oh, antibiotic eye drops. Oh, I called the doctor again and I was like, hey, someone gave the wrong pharmacy my prescription, but then 2 different pharmacies had 2 different parts of my prescription. I'm just finding out about it now. It looks like it's clearing up. Should I go pick up these eye drops anyway? They were like, yeah, you should go and then start it today and then take it for 5 days. And I was like, okay, so that's where we are right now. Sorry, that was a long story, but I feel like I needed to preface the elephant in the room. Oh, also me and Ken got burgers. I don't know, one of those days in the last week. So while this was happening, we were preparing for multiple visits because my friend Denise came, stayed with us for a couple days. We did some outdoor activities. We were going to go on a trail by the beach. It's called Point Doom. But then there was like no parking anywhere, and this happened to be on the 4th of July. And I didn't even know people like went to the beach on the 4th of July, but I guess that's a thing. And anyway, it was super busy. We couldn't park anywhere, so we ended up parking at the beach and then just like walking down the beach. And then we walked up kind of like a side trail. Look, I've been wanting to go to the beach more because I told myself, you know, obviously this year that we can do stuff. I'm like, I want to do all of the things as to not take them for granted. So I'm like, I want to go to the beach as much as possible. This beach day was a little different because I walked the entire time with my sneakers on. Am I wearing sneakers on the beach? Correct. Sand was not a part of the original plan. I think it ended up being like 12,000 steps, and it was a great day, you know, cardio. The day that Denise left, Ken's grandma and cousin Crystal and her husband and their baby, who is such a big baby. He's 3 and he literally looks like he's going into kindergarten. Look, there's more.
Okay.
Can you get it? Can you reach it?
Yeah. Here.
Thank you. Good job. And Ken wanted to cook for them. I think it was the first night that they got here. You know how he cooked the other time with all of the different dishes. He made some of the same dishes, some different ones. As per usual, I mean, it was amazing. Like you could, like they were beautiful and beautiful on the tongue. I love that chawanmushi, that like kind of mushroom custard. I don't know really the word to use. It's like, you know, that first one.
The monster. Oh, wow. Wow.
Seaweeds.
No fried cilantro. So that is octopus kinilaw ala ceviche. You have lemon, calamansi.
What's the white one? Seaweed.
Octopus.
Hindi, iking.
So you're here.
Yeah. No, next
Okay.
time.
Yung octopus na to.
Ay, amo nga yung octopus again, ano?
I love the croquette with like the super, wow, my mouth just started watering. The mushrooms are like bursting with flavor. Like you put it in your mouth and you're like, oh, that's how good it is.
Sweet potato.
The ribs were amazing.
Yes, wala ko na sa imo mag-gift nga. That is sea urchin pasta. Uni pasta with black truffles.
Of course, dessert was involved. There was a chocolate mousse that was kind of Mexican hot chocolate / champorado style, which it had, I think, cinnamon and some cayenne pepper.
Ikaw nanay kay ikaw ang ano.
Kung may hilunyak, may hilunyak ko. May hilunyak ko na permi.
And then there was also one of my favorite things ever, cassava cake. And he made the cassava cake a little differently this time. It was a little cakier. If you've ever had cassava cake, the texture is very dense and it's so like, oh, I love the texture so much. And so this time it was like a little less dense, which I also enjoyed a lot. And the sauce on it was so good. And we ended up doing a bunch of stuff, taking grandma to a bunch of places that she's never seen. We went to Little Osaka, or Sawtell, like Japantown in LA. We got tsukemen ramen at Tsujita. It's my favorite ramen. It's my favorite one. It's the one where you dip the noodles into the broth that's super thick and it like sticks to the noodles and you eat it and you put lime juice on the noodles. It's amazing. We went to Griffith Observatory, which is closed. Like the actual building itself is closed, but the views are still, you know, Earth is still open. And so we walked around, took a bunch of pictures, took in the view. Some zip line down the mountain.
Zip line, yeah, go over there. She said, no, I'll stay here. Never mind, go guys.
Ken's at work. He said, where's Warden? There's like a really beautiful statue of a bunch of different scientists in the middle of the courtyard. I don't know, it's just really pretty all around. And there were actually a lot of people there. I was surprised because I was like, if it's closed, but I'm clearly everyone had the same idea. We also went to the Americana in Glendale, which is like an outdoor mall kind of thing. It reminds me a lot of Disneyland. So just think, like, yes, it's a shopping center, but like very Disneyland vibes. Oh my gosh, and Crystal made a bunch of shomai. Oh my god, they were so good. We have a bunch frozen, like in the freezer, just waiting for my mouth. Like the sauce that she made. She made steamed ones and fried ones. I also had to go to the dentist among this, and you know, I don't know, here's what my teeth look like, I guess. So, listen, I just got back from the dentist. Ken thinks it's funny that I'm not saying certain things properly.
I think it's adorable.
I was just looking up boba toppings that have less sugar than boba itself. Okay, so I'm thinking, you know, diabetes. I gotta get unsweetened tea and what's like best topping. So I looked up an article and like the nutrition facts. I discovered that there are 3 things that you can get that are less sugar, that are you know, better options. And the 3 of these things are aloe, herbal jelly, and white boba pearls.
And I was like, what was that?
That's herbal what?
Herbal.
What's that? And I was like, herbal jelly. And he's like, no, together. Herbal jelly. Then we went to the other Japanese town in LA, Little Tokyo. And Miles came and met us. And we ended up eating at like a little fast casual place. So I had like a spam musubi and also an onigiri. I think it was a chicken teriyaki onigiri. And we went to Marokai, got a bunch of Japanese snacks, which I'll show you in a second. We went overboard, folks. And that was pretty much it. I mean, Warden was very overstimulated this past week. You smiling? And when everybody left, he was just like literally snoring in my lap. And it was, you know, despite being diseased, it was a super fun week, and thankfully I was very careful. No one caught my disease. It all turned out okay. No one licked my eye or anything. But let me show you. Do you see how many umaibo we bought? This one is like sugar butter toast flavor. This one is tonkatsu flavor. This is oh my god, it's so good. This one's corn potage. This one is, I think, mozzarella or something. It's like a fancy one. It has a medal on it. And then, oh no. This one, maybe it's takoyaki. It tastes like fishy. And then this one is a cinnamon apple pie, and it's amazing. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this week, well, I guess 2 weeks in my life. Thank you so much to everyone on Patreon for supporting this video and others like it. If you would like to check it out, please visit patreon.com/soundlyawake. It is much appreciated, and I will see you guys next week, hopefully with a fully healed eye. Bye.